Welcome to Mindset Monday, a time to reset your mindset. My name is Dr. Ifeanyi Lele, and this is my beautiful wife, Dr. Chichi. Today, we're going to discuss the topic of self-care for the mind, body, and spirit.
So with self-care, a lot of us as working professionals, myself as a professional, a wife, a mom, I know that I've had a tendency in the past to focus on you, the kids, a job, but not really taking time to focus on myself. So I definitely feel like self-care is important because I'm not able to remember to take care of myself first until I then get very overwhelmed. And it's almost like a trigger that, oh yeah, you know what? You need to just stop and focus on you.
A lot of times, I do have patients that do struggle with this, where they're worried about their employees, they're worried about their bosses, their family members, and they're the last place on the list of care and support. So I think it's very important, especially with this new year, focusing on the mind, body, and spirit.
So one of the things that, and you let me know whether you think this is a definition of self-care. So I have a space in my closet that I go to sometimes get away from you or the kids and use that to just kind of reflect and just relax and unwind. So now you know my secret spot. Don't come looking for me in the closet.
All right.
But would that be considered self-care?
Yeah, I think that's more the self-preservation and having just time for yourself, because I think that's very important, just a space and a quiet time for you to just be by yourself. I do that myself. Sometimes I just go to the movies by myself or go play a restaurant or somewhere by myself because I just want to take myself out and just enjoy my own private time.
Another thing that, I would say that we share together as it relates to self-care is that exercise. So we wake up, and that's, I guess, us working on the body, where we wake up at 4:30 in the morning and we work out together 4 to 5 days a week. So that's another way, right, that we're working on our body.
And then also we do the nutrition part of it, where
Yes, that's true.
exercise is great, but it also needs to be complemented by eating right and having good eating habits. It's not about a diet, but just having a good eating habits and eating regimen where you're watching your calories, watching your sugar intake, your carb intake. So I think that's very important for the body.
You're right. Yeah.
And another part I feel that's personal for a lot of people is sex. I think sex is a great part for your self-care.
How is that? I need to know this. How is sex self-care?
One, because it's a part where you get to bond with your partner,
Okay,
and
that's
intimacy, and so it also helps for the mind, your body, and spirit as well.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. All right. We learned something new today. Go ahead.
And going in regards to that, and if somebody doesn't have a partner, there's also self-stimulation, and that's self-explanatory.
Okay.
And in regards to the mind, I feel the advice I give to a lot of my patients is try to organize your day or your week, because a lot of the times our mind, we're in chaos and trying to do everything. So it's important to focus on being organized. I feel also people should learn how to set boundaries for themselves.
Oh yeah.
Because at work, somebody could be at work and people are always coming in and disturbing their workflow and productivity. So I think that's important. Have you had examples like that at work?
So I wouldn't say, yes, like at work, people come in and, want to chat, so that can derail you. But, I want to talk about what you talked about with boundaries. So that's something that I know that I personally struggle with, is setting boundaries. Because I guess in my mind, I feel like if I set boundaries, then it means like I'm a mean person, or I'm not there for the people that depend on me or rely on me. So I never really thought about how that could be the opposite of taking care of yourself. But someone like myself that struggles with creating that boundary, what would you say to me then?
So if like somebody came to your office and you're busy middle work, you could tell them, hey, you recognize them, greet them, but tell them you're busy, but you want to spend time and discuss their matters, and you set up a time. I think that's an appropriate boundary, so they know that you are not neglecting them, but at the same time that you have something to finish and you will come back to them.
Now, what about spirit? Like, what do you do as far as to address that spirit part?
Yeah, that's a part that I feel like some people, like even myself, we get so busy that we forget sometimes to make time for God. And we come to God when we need something or we're struggling. So I feel it's important for me, especially for this year, to make sure I put God as a priority, praise Him, and also worship Him, and come to Him first. I think that's important. And then being around people that could keep me accountable for that, and so I could lean on people as well. How about you? Where do you see yourself in the spirit?
You know, I try to surround myself with positivity and just positive people because, you know, I think like growing up, there's this like African adage of, you know, tell me who you go out with and I'll tell you who you are. So based on who you surround yourself with. So I do try to surround myself with positive people because I have found that does give me a positive boost and a lift, especially when I'm in my moments of just, you know, being down.
If you're struggling with mental things, seek the help of a professional to help you with your mental health. If you're dealing with issues with exercise and nutrition, seeking the help of a personal trainer or a nutritionist can be very helpful. And in regards to your spirit, joining your local faith community organization, I think that could help out in regards to helping you fulfill your part of your spirit.
And, you know, I just wanted to add that, you know, as it relates to the body part, at the end of the day, if you're happy with the way that you are and you're not comparing yourself to anyone else, just be happy with who God has created you to be physically, mentally, spiritually. At the end of the day, you know, all you can do is just be your best you and not try to compare yourself to others, because I feel like when people start comparing themselves to like whether like supermodels or celebrities, then it could just lead to like even worsening effects or ways, or you doubting just the way that you look and just not being pleased with it. So that's just my 2 cents.
Just taking that first step and trying to get better, I think that's the whole point, and just taking time for yourself.
Find a closet. That's important. Find a closet. Mothers out there, find a closet.
And babe, how can people reach out to us?
So feel free to follow us on our social media handles, GPSMindset on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at GPS Mindset. Thank you and have a great day.